Hello, I'm Sinta Danu, and I am a professional psychic and astrologer, and welcome to Celestial Guidance. So this is a weekly astrology and tarot live session on Facebook that I later share on YouTube. So the first thing that we do is I'm going to go over the general reading for the astrology. So just looking at the Leo new moon and what that looks like for everyone, as well as what this will kind of affect over like the next 6 months, because new moons affect not only that week, but also the entire month until the next new moon, as well as it fully manifests in 6 months. Before I get started, I do want to announce my class. So if you haven't heard, I am doing an astrology basics workshop. So this workshop consists of 6 workshops over the course of 6 weeks. And these workshops are on all the astrology basics. You will be able to read an astrology chart by the end of this course. Now, I did have a deal for $125. These courses are about $200 if you bought them individually, because the cost of the course individually is $33.33. If you bought all 6 classes together, that's just under $200. So it's a $200 value for this entire course set for all 6 workshops. And I did have a deal running for $125. I have all those spots taken now, though. So the first 5 have been sold. Now I am offering another deal set, only 10 spots, so 10 bundles available for $150. So if you are interested in learning astrology, if you want to learn more about astrology, definitely sign up for the course. This is for everyone. I've designed it so it's really easily understood and digestible. I've seen a lot of astrology courses that are not easily understandable, especially a lot of astrology books specifically are not really easily understood. They're very wordy, very intellectual, kind of very up in the air in how they describe things. This is really to the point, very grounded, very practical in how I explain all of the things that you will be learning. And this course is 6 classes, 6 workshops with me personally over Zoom, and it consists of going over all the bases. The first one is just an intro to astrology of what everything is and what it's used for, and then we get into the specifics and details of each of those subjects, going into the 12 signs for one of the workshops, going into the 12 houses for another, going into the 10 planets for another workshop, going into the aspects for another workshop, and then the last workshop is pulling that all together on how to read and kind of navigate a chart and put all that knowledge together and get some practice with it. And I will be doing future courses. I'm already thinking of the next course set being about different types of charts. So if you are looking for some more advanced stuff, keep your eye out for that. But yeah, so that's my spiel about my workshops. They are selling out quickly, so if you really do want to sign up, I will leave a link in the description along with a link to sign up for a personal reading if you want more one-on-one personal advice, as well as there is a link in the description to get a free birth chart, because I do suggest that while we are doing this, that you have your birth chart ready in order to get the most out of the Celestial Guidance sessions. So I always have a link to getting a free birth chart on my website. So check out the links. And if you're interested, sign up, because they are selling fast. I only have 10 spots available at the price of $150, and I still have quite a few people interested in this course. All right. So let's start getting into the astrology. Now, as you can see, we have a new moon at 12 degrees Leo. So new moons, as we were talking about earlier, new moons are very much not only in effect for a week, they are in effect from that day to the next new moon, which is approximately 28 days later. And so it affects that time period, but it fully manifests and fully comes to fruition about 6 months later at the full moon in the same sign. So you won't see the full effects of this Leo new moon until the full moon in Leo, and that should be during Aquarius season, so sometime in like February, January timeframe is when this will fully manifest. And as we talked about in the last new moon celestial weekly, we were talking about this is kind of coming up with what do you want to accomplish before the end of the year. Still kind of that vibe, because again, this new moon will be probably in February. We can even look that up real quick. The full moon in Leo. Yes, the full moon in Leo is going to be at 24 degrees of Leo on February 12th. So right before Valentine's Day, we're having this full moon. So any intentions you want to set around Valentine's Day, love, midwinter season, things of that nature, things that you really want to accomplish by mid-February, that's what we're working on today. Let me go back to this new moon now. So yeah, any intentions you want to set is going to be around creativity, children, love, romance, which is hilarious considering the full moon is going to be 2 days before Valentine's Day. So this will come to full fruition around then. So we're really working with that energy already. Like the fact, this is the sign of romance and love and play is absolutely perfect if you are planning something really significant for Valentine's Day this year. This is a good time to start planning, really set those intentions, get working on that. It's also just a good time to start working on creative projects, things that are playful, happy, fun, joyful, things that have to do with children and just connecting with your inner child, right? So this is a really good time for any intentions around creativity, children, romance, play. So let's see what else we've got going on here. This is making a really nice sextile to Jupiter and Mars. And of course, with Mars conjunct Jupiter, we're having Jupiter expand the energy of Mars. Mars is in Gemini. It's very quick, fast, really wanting to, get somewhere, learn, understand, travel, and that's being expanded by Jupiter. So this is creating opportunities for travel, learning, expansion through this sextile to the Mars-Jupiter conjunction. So this is a really good time to maybe plan a trip for Valentine's Day or sometime around Valentine's Day. So that's really beautiful. Loving that. What else we got going? There is this kind of unfun in conjunction between the new moon and Saturn. So that's going to be really interesting because there's creating this kind of imbalance between our need for play, the needs of our ego, the needs of our children, and our responsibilities, right? And especially our spiritual responsibilities, our karma. So not super fun with that. There's some imbalance here. So our karma in some way may be keeping us from being able to play or have as much fun or romance or even to have children in the first place because of the responsibilities and karma that we've incurred up to this lifetime and up to this point. So that's not super fun, unfortunately. But we will be feeling that imbalance a little bit. We have Venus is still in Leo, so we're looking at, Venus still being in that playful, romantic, creative energy. It's at the 29th degree of Leo, so it's a little bit unsteady, a little unstable, but really good for new beginnings, though, because it's about to shift into the next sign. But we're getting that last little bit of fun of Venus in Leo, where, Venus being the planet of love, money, all those good, luxurious things, being in the sign of play, love, and romance. Super fun. And we're getting just a little bit, last bit of that. Unfortunately, this Venus, though, here, it looks like it is making an in conjunction to Pluto. So there's some imbalances between our love life and our traumas, power struggles, especially around groups and associations, stuff with friends. There's a lot of social issues. There's just a lot of power problems with that. That's really just creating an imbalance with this desire for love and money and play, right? So that's not super comfortable. Not the funnest aspect, unfortunately. And you still have Black Moon Lilith on the South Node, bringing up a lot of, rebelliousness around fairness that's connected to like our collective karma. We do have Venus conjunct Mercury. Mercury has moved into Virgo by this new moon, and Mercury being in Virgo is really great for being analytical and being really detail oriented in how we think and how we speak and how we communicate. However, it can be a little bit critical with Mercury and Virgo. However, it is conjunct Venus, so that kind of lightens that up a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of communication around love and play and money because of this conjunction to Venus in the new moon. And so this is a really good time to talk about our values, talk about our feelings about love and about money, and kind of get to the root of things, get down to the nitty-gritty, the day-to-day, the details around those subjects. It is also, we have Venus in conjunct Neptune. It's a little bit of issues with maybe being a little bit delusional in love or with money. There's some imbalance between our spirituality, our imagination, and our own illusions and confusion that is creating an imbalance in our love life. So be careful with that. Mercury is also in conjunct. So our minds aren't the clearest, even though they are in beautifully analytical, detail-oriented Virgo. Mercury's also in conjunct Neptune. So this can create a lot of confusion, a lot of illusion, and just kind of misunderstandings in regards to communication and the way that we think. We're just not thinking very clearly, unfortunately, with this setup. So that is a little bit concerning. We also have Venus and Mercury squaring Uranus. So this is creating some unexpected events in our love lives, especially in regards to how we think and communicate in our love lives, and also maybe short distance travel that we might be undergoing at this time. So you might go on a trip this month or in the next 6 months, and there might be a lot of interruptions that were really unexpected for some reason. You could also have some unexpected fling or unexpected events in your relationships or unexpected events regarding money. So things are kind of getting like this kind of huge shift from this new moon. So I would really check to see where this is in your chart, because that's pretty intense. I mean, the positive of that is it could be like a sudden windfall of money. It could be a sudden relationship that pops up that's very passionate and intense, although not necessarily guaranteed to last very long. But there's definitely some intensity here. So if you're looking for romance this month and the next 6 months, it's looking pretty spicy. But it is very unpredictable and uncertain with Uranus. Uranus likes to break things, so it could also end relationships, start and end relationships, as well as, create sudden income, suddenly take income away. There's a lot of unpredictability with Uranus. It's kind of the part of the astrology where even as astrologers, we're like, we don't know what's happening. We just know something is happening. It's not so much the unknown as the unexpected. So whatever you least expect is kind of going to occur in regards to like relationships and money and communication and short distance travel, which isn't always bad. It is a square, so it is really tense, but it's also really active. So that could be like a lot of movement. That could be, intense passion. It could be intense arguments. It could be endings. It really depends. With a new moon, though, this is really about a new beginning, right? So I would maybe take some time to think about your intentions and make room for the unexpected. A lot of people put like kind of a little ending to a lot of the things that they ask for in spell work or prayer, where they're like, give me this or something better. Leave room for unexpected good things to happen. Because it's very possible with this new moon is that things could happen very unexpectedly. They could happen very quickly and really catch us off guard, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It could very much be something unexpected that's wonderful. So I would like to hope that it's going to be good. I mean, it is trining Pluto, so there is some potentials with power struggles and trauma and getting triggered and things like that can kind of disrupt this energy in a way that's not super pleasant and make it a little bit more difficult. But in general, I think this is really good for creativity, for unexpected opportunities, especially in relationships and with money. So I would really open up to that, embodying that sense of play and love and romance and leaving room for unexpected good to find you. I think that is a really good way to harness this new moon, especially because we have so much energy with Mars and Jupiter conjunct sextiling this new moon. There's so much possibility for us to have opportunities to be lucky in the things that we are doing. So I would harness that luck and take advantage of it because it's there. But you really gotta key in on it. I mean, of course, all of this is still making this very wide kite to Neptune still. And so our imaginations are super active, which isn't surprising with Saturn still being in Pisces. So, tap into your imagination, tap into being able to play, tap into your inner child and, make room for unexpected opportunities. That's really my suggestion with this new moon. Above all, make room for unexpected opportunities because it looks like some good stuff's going to come. I mean, this can go sour. It really depends on your own personal chart, where it's hitting, what it's hitting, how it's hitting. So, if you want to know more about how this is affecting you personally, you of course can book a personal one-on-one astrology reading with me because I do offer them. And that is going to be a link in the description where you can book a session with me. And after you book, I'll email you the payment link. So yeah, that is all I'm going to say for the new moon. So that is my celestial guidance for the week. And of course, again, if you are interested in learning astrology, please sign up for the astrology workshop series that I'm doing. Because it is going to be amazing for one. The slideshows I've made are gorgeous. Because one, I'm an artist. And, if I do say so myself. They are gorgeous. It is going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be over Zoom. So it's going to be very interactive. We're going to go over a ton of information. I've made it very digestible. So if you've struggled to learn astrology on your own, definitely sign up. I mean, this is a $200 value and I now have 10 spots available for $150. I think that's an absolute steal personally, especially considering that I'm an astrologer with over 15 years of experience. I was also raised by an astrologer. I'm second generation. I have been doing this professionally for 8 years now. So definitely show up. If you are interested in learning astrology, this is definitely for you. And if you're feeling called now, there's a reason. We are in the year of the dragon. We are in the year of Saturn. This is very much a time of focusing on your karma. And guess what? You can see your karma in your astrology chart. And if you're really looking to build your life, especially if you want to become a professional psychic, become a professional astrologer, or you want to take those skills into the profession that you already have, this is the time to do it. So if you are interested in joining, there is a link in the comments to the sign up form on Google. So if you sign up there, you will be put on the list for receiving one of the 10 spots. If they get sold out, I'll send you an email and letting you know that they've sold out, and I'll send you a different price. But if you do sign up for the first 10, I'll send you the PayPal link for the 150. And of course, I will email you all the dates and times of the workshops. They are going to be on Thursdays at 3 p.m. from August 8th to September 12th. And if you happen to miss it, I will record it and send it to you so that you still have access to the workshop, even if you can't attend in person or virtually, I guess. So definitely sign up. Like, it's not that much money. Like, realistically, I make anywhere from like $106 an hour to like $200 an hour for the services that I do for doing tarot and astrology. You could be making that kind of money too in the future, but you have to be good at this. And in order to do that, you probably should get some training. I will teach you basically in 6 weeks what it took me to learn in like 10 years. So I will save you a lot of time. And again, realistically, it's not that much money. In order to, make $100 an hour or more as like a psychic and astrologer, you need to have this knowledge. And so like $150 is like 2 astrology readings. Well, not even 2 astrology readings. My astrology readings are more expensive than that. My eclipse readings are $165. So even to have a one-on-one with me just for tarot is like $106 currently. That's less than 2 personal one-on-one sessions with me. Less than 2 hours of my time for 6 hours in a interactive course to learn what I do. So it's an absolute steal personally for me to be teaching you this in this interactive course. So definitely sign up. Other than that, if you are interested in like a one-on-one personal reading because you do want more personal advice, I do, of course, have my booking link in the comments and it'll be in the description in YouTube. And there are free birth charts if you're interested in that, but that's my spiel. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. All right, bye.